Okay, so kindly message your classmates to watch our live streaming for this afternoon. And welcome to our lesson for this afternoon, which is um, why we need to study foundation of special and inclusive education. Johnny, who is parokya ni Edgar, kindly use kindly use the real name in your FB. Okay, so How can I kindly check the message your
Yes.
classmates Yes. to
Yes.
watch
Yes.
our Edgar? live I don't know streaming him, for this di ba? afternoon. So, mas gamitin po yung ating yung real name para alam And ko na welcome kung to our sino siya. lesson for this afternoon, which is um, so where are the
Streaming
rest?
for
I'm
this
waiting
afternoon.
for
Mas
them.
gamitin po yung ating
No? Yung real name para alam
and
ko na
welcome
kung
to our
sino
lesson
siya.
for this
How can I check the attendance kung parokya ni Edgar?
afternoon, which is um,
Okay,
so where
so
are the rest?
I'm
I'm
waiting
waiting
let us
for
know
them.
start.
Yung ating
So what we are going to discuss now, it's all
no,
about child protection, the provision in the
yung real
Convention
name
Rights
para alam
of
and
the
welcome to our
Child.
lesson for this
So why we need to study this for the reason that we are in the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child,
afternoon, which is
which we are adopted
um,
this in the United Nations General Assembly on November 20, 1989, ratified by the Philippines in August 21, 1990, the 31st
okay. So where
country
are
to
the
ratify
rest?
it.
I'm
Then
waiting for them. Yung
196
ating
state
so what we are
parties
going to
except the
discuss
United
now, it's all
States.
about
The
child
CRC is the first
protection, the
universal
provision
legally
in the
binding
Convention Rights of
code of the
the
child's rights
Child.
in history,
So why we need
civil,
to study
political,
this
economic,
for the
social, health, and
reasons
cultural
that
rights
we
of
are in the UN
children.
Convention on the
So
Rights of the
this is
Child.
the legal basis in the Child Rights Convention. Okay. So the CRC reflects a new vision of the child, not objects of charity, but as rights holders. Let us always remember that these children are rights holders. Same with us. We are right holders. We have the right to education. We have so many rights, diba? We are doing our best in order for us to enjoy the rights that we have. Okay, so why we are in school? Because it is a right to be educated. And CRC, this is the the UNCRC principles. We are considering the best interest of the child. So why we need to study? Actually, the child protection that we are talking about now is there's no what? There is no that is not included in our syllabus, but I need to explain this, I need to discuss this, because the special of inclusive and special education is talking more on the best interest of the child. So yung best interest of the child is about also the survival and development. Yan. We are taking care of these children in order for them to survive and to be developed. And this kind of ano din is a non-discrimination. We are not going to discriminate, no? So since we are talking about special and inclusive education, we will cater diverse learners, meaning different kinds of learners. Sa mga tataramo na Bicol, normal as in may kapansanan. But then, as we go along with our discussion, as we go along with our topic, we will understand now what are the terms that we are going to use in this kind of um, difficulties, in this kind of deformities, 'di ba? So mababago 'yon as we go along with our discussion. Then this is also based on the participation of the child. So the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, there are two optional protocols. One optional protocol on the involvement of children in armed conflict. So in the Philippines, like Marawi and other places, they are in armed conflict, especially in Mindanao. Optional protocol on the sale of children, child prostitution, and child pornography. So there are also children that are exposed in child pornography. They are what? They are used by their parents or other persons. Is it choppy? And optional protocol on the communication procedures. Let me check my audio. So this is the legal basis in choppy po ba? In the Child Rights Convention. In child pornography, they are what? They are Hindi used naman by their choppy, di ba? Parents Choppy po or ba? Other persons. Please comment if it is choppy. Is it choppy? So and another one is optional protocol on a communications procedure. Let me check my audio. So this is the legal basis yan, in communication procedure. In order for us to communicate with the different agencies that can help the child in their they are what? Yan. They okay. Are used by their so next is or other persons. Please comment if it is nagdodoble choppy. Minsan ang sounds. Okay. Is it choppy? Paki-check, nagdodoble pa ba ang sound? Sige nga, pa-check nga kung nagdodoble. Okay. So these are the categories of nagdodoble pa ba? Paki-check nga. Please check kung nagdodoble pa ang sound ko. Double pa ba ang sound, sir? Hello? Nagdo-double pa ba ang sound? Double ba ang sound? Paki-check. Okay. Okay na. Bakit may mga ibang nagsasabing nagdodoble pa ang sound ko? Okay. Malinaw na ang boses ko. So let us continue, ano? The categories of rights. We have the basic health and welfare. So what are this in the basic health and welfare? It's what? Na we don't want them to be a child that is undernourished or malnourished child, diba? So it's no longer malnourished, it's what we call undernourished. Okay? Then education, leisure, and cultural activities that we have to be educated. We are attending classes, we are attending school in order for us to be educated. We also have the family and alternative care, no? And civil rights and freedom, and we also have a special protection. So that's why our parents are doing their best in order for us to be protected. So what are the protection rights? Keeping safe from harm. So it is in the Article 4, protection of rights, the government to take all available measures to make sure children's rights are respected, protected, and fulfilled. So, some of you, sige nga, paki-comment daw yung may mga anak na dyan. 'di ba? What you are doing, Lyra Belenzo, paki-check nga sa'yo. Sa'yo lang ba ang pangit ang audio ko? Sa kanilang gaganda na ng boses ko. Lyra, oh, ayusin para mataas ang grade. Pangit pa daw ang audio ko. Pangit pa ba? Nagdodoble pa ba ang sound? Jesus man si Lyra. Yan doon si Lyra. Pero sa maluya siya sa signal. Okay. So some of you have their own children na, and you are doing your best in order to that your children to be respected, protected, and fulfilled, creating an enabling environment for children, support for families. So we are creating an environment which is very safe for children. We are also following laws and policies supporting children's rights are in place and implemented. Okay. So you have you are also guided of the different laws because you study also Philippine Constitution, the Philippine Constitution in terms of mga basic rules and basic laws, 'di ba? So, keeping safe from harm, Article 11, which is about kidnapping, stop children from being taken out of their own country illegally. Sometimes they are brought to other countries. So, maganda ngayon kasi may pandemic. Konti ngayon ang issue ng kidnapping, issue ng pagkukuha ng mga bata, 'di ba? Nung mga nakarang araw, mga nakaraang taon, malaki ang usapin na ito, 'di ba? Kasi maraming mga bata ang kinukuha at dinadala kung saan-saan. Parental abductions also, abduction for financial gain, optional protocol on the sale of children, child prostitution, and child pornography. Wala naman lang tayong masyadong nabalitaan na binebenta yung bata, pero itong child prostitution and child pornography, marami na. Especially, we have the so-called, uh, we have the so-called cyber sex or cybercrime that they are exposed sa mga foreign countries. So another one is the Article 19, protection from all forms of violence, protection from being hurt and mistreated physically, emotionally, and mentally. Maraming usapin din ito dati nung mga panahon natin, parang it's okay to be disciplined by pamamalo ng magulang, pamamalo ng mga kapamilya natin. Pero ngayon is malaking usapin na ito, ano? Marami ng mga bata ang lumalaban because they are aware of bantay bata and they are aware of the different laws also. Then, violent forms of discipline are unacceptable. It's no longer corporal punishment. It's what? Positive discipline. 'Di ba? So, positive discipline na po ngayon ang ginagamit natin and no longer um, then another one is yung Article 20, children deprived of a family environment. Children who cannot be looked after by their own family have a right to special care and must be looked after properly by people who respect their ethnic group, religion, culture, and language. So we are uh, doing also to give special care for these children in order to get respect from the different kinds of people, from the different kinds from the different groups like the ethnic groups, religion, culture, and language. So we also have the so-called Article 21 adoption. Children have the right to care and protection if they are adopted or in foster care. Sa pag-aampon, ang ginawa ngayon ng DSWD ay mayroong mga papeles, mayroong mga papers na what? Pinapaasikaso in order na ang pag-a-adapt or pag-aampon ay legal. 'Di ba? Okay. So children have the right to special protection and help if they are refugees, forced to leave their home and taken to live in another country. So this is what we are calling a refugee by transferring from one place to another. And the term na pag sinabi nating refugee is forced, punersa. Okay. So next is Article 32, child labor. Government should protect children from work that is dangerous or might harm their health or education. They must be protected in terms of their health or education. Worst forms of child labor. It's a big no-no by this time na hindi na natin pwedeng pag-trabahuhin ang mga bata. That's why ang DOLE at ang DSWD are releasing working permit. May mga working permit na kapag ang bata ay nagtatrabaho. Saan ito nangyayari? Ito ay nangyayari sa mga, lalo na sa mga artistang mga bata. Sa mga artistang bata ay kailangan nilang mag-secure ng permit para masabi na they are what? Pinapayagan. They are allowed by their parents to work. Another one is Article 33, the drug use. Government should use all means to protect children from the use of harmful drugs and from being used in the drug trade. So malaking usapin pa rin ito ngayon. 'Di ba? Kasi kahit hanggang ngayon, may mga bata rin na exposed in this ano din. Okay. So may mga factors na kung bakit nangyayari ito. Pero, in the end, masama pa rin. And there are people behind this thing. Bakit may mga ganito? Kasi may mga taong nasa likod nito. 'Di ba? Okay. Article 34, the sexual exploitation. Government should protect children from all forms of sexual exploitation and abuse, sale of children, child prostitution, and child pornography. There are, again, it's a big issue, it's a big topic being discussed by this time na may mga bata pa rin na exposed sa mga ganitong kalakaran. Kawawa, ano? So, ang mga bata ay walang alam. They are just doing it because sometimes they are forced or they are what? Nagkakaroon ng parang panakot, 'di ba? Kaya ganun. And Article 35, abduction, sale, and trafficking. Make sure that children are not abducted, sold, or trafficked. So, alagaan natin. We as parents, we as teachers, we need to protect these children. We need to help. So, malaking usapin ito ngayon. So, maganda ngayon kasi may pandemic. Hindi nakakapaglabas hindi nakakapaglabas ang mga bata ng matagal at hindi konti ang takot pero nakakalunos, nakakatakot yung nangyari sa na natagpuan na lang na 12 years old. So parang hindi yon tama na sapitin ng isang bata. So another one is other forms of exploitation. Children should be protected from any activity that takes advantage of them or could harm their welfare and development. So kahit yung mga normal children nga ay binibigyan ng atensyon, what more this kind of special population? These are learners with special needs. O, take note, ang ginamit na term, Take note, ang ginamit na term na Saraki. Learners with special needs. O, yan ang pinaka-term niyan. No one is allowed to punish children in a cruel or a harmful way. So, hindi dapat natin pinapasakitan yung mga bata na tatayo sa maraming langgam, tatayo sa kung saan-saan na nasasaktan na sila. So, no to torture. So, these are what we call corporal punishment. Ito yung mga pinagdaanan ng ating mga magulang na talagang grabe ang disiplinang naranasan nila sa kanilang mga magulang. I am also what? A testimony of this. No? Even you, some of you are what? Experience corporal punishment from your parents. Another one is Children should not be imprisoned with adults, no death penalty or life imprisonment without possibility of release. Okay. So Article 38, war and armed conflicts, protect and care for children affected by war. Children not be forced or recruited to take part in war or join the armed forces. So, as parents, we will guide these children not to be involved in the not to be involved in conflicts. Okay? Article 39, rehabilitation of child victims. Children who have been neglected, abused, or exploited should receive special help to physically and psychologically recover and reintegrate into society. So, this kind of children must be reintegrated to, katulad ng sa tabako, mayroong charity na nandoon ang mga batang lansangan, nandoon ang mga batang api, mga batang biktima ng pang-aabuso. So, we must help to protect these children. Ano? So, yan ang importansya kung bakit we are having the foundation of special and inclusive education. Pag sinabi kasi nating inclusive education, all are welcome. Whatever kung anong katayuan niya sa buhay or kung anong itsura, kung ano ang kanyang kakulangan. So Article 40, the juvenile justice, children in conflict with the law have the right to legal help and fair treatment in a justice system that respect their rights. Sabi daw, Um, sabi daw sa Bakakay, yung magnanakaw ay minor de edad, kaya hindi nakukulong. So, anong dapat dito? Dapat mabigyan ito ng tamang education or matulungan ang batang ito na ma-realize na may mali siyang ginagawa. 'Di ba? Set a minimum age of criminal responsibility. In the Philippines, the age of criminal responsibility 18 years old. Detention as a last resort. Ito yung pinaka dapat nang gawin na ngayon. Dahil sa talamak na nakawan sa Bakakay, dapat there must be detention na kasi paulit-ulit na nang nangyayari. So yun po. Article 41, respect for superior national standards. If laws of a country provide better protection of children's rights than the articles of the convention, then the laws should apply. Okay. So it's very important that we follow rules. Kaya nga tayo may mga batas, kaya nga tayo may mga constitution, because we are going to use this. We are going to follow this. Okay? So yan po ang ating topic for this afternoon. So what we are going now to do is to think of more of this things. Okay? So